Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a nice day. Well, breaking news. Yeah, breaking news. A whole lot of protesters, Greenpeace protesters, have decided, while Richie Sunak made it quite clear that he was on holiday in California, to climb onto Richie Sunak's roof and, cover it in black drapes. Now, some people say this is a violation of Richie Sunak's home. I say go for it, quite frankly. Because I think the matter is so flippin' serious now that we don't. Well, we can't. No, it's not there. It's a Sodom. Sorry. Sorry. Some people disagree with that. I know, I'm sure. But quite frankly, I think that's tough tea. Tough tea. So, yes, they've climbed onto his roof and they've decided to shroud it in black cloth. Yeah. Richie Sunak, oil profits, or our future? Well, I hope I got some audio. I hope I'm not in silence again. I hope not, because I'll feel like I'm an idiot again. That I will. Well, this is in response to Richie Sunak. Allow more licenses for oil. Let's be honest here, Richie Sunak is going to benefit from this. Yeah, because hasn't his father-in-law's company, Infosys, just signed a deal with BP, British Petroleum, which is not British anymore, because we're sold off every goddamn thing in the United Kingdom. Even British Steel's not British, it's Indian. We should call it Indian Steel. We should. Well, everything's got sold off anyway. But it's been a contract. There's a contract of 1.5 billion in the hands of Richie Sunak's father's business. Richie Sunak's father-in-law's business. Yeah. Shatty Murty's dad. 1.5 billion. And who's got shares in Infosys? Well, it's Richie Sunak's wife has got shares in that business. So it stands to reason that he's profiteering from that deal. Of course he is. The idea that he's not actually, it's my wife's business, like he told, who was it? Hartley Brew woman, yeah, on Sky, when she questioned him about it. And he says, no, it's not my business. It's got nothing to do with me. It's my wife's business. He's swimming in the flippin' swimming pool. How do you think they managed to pay for this flippin' house? It's not any old house. It's a monster house. It's giant. It's a whopping great house. Is this house? It's a big house. Just like his big boots. Oh, look at them. Ain't they lovely? Oh, I wonder where he goes shopping. Toys R Us? Maybe. Well... Oh my giddy aunt. Now, do I condone it? I'm sorry, but I do. Because the situation is dire as far as the environment's concerned. And if we don't start acting soon, not just soon, now, yesterday, we're bugged anyway, quite frankly. But I just felt when I saw that, it just made me tickle. You know what I'm like? I'm a bit of a child, really. The idea that they've managed to break in. Oh, there's his boots again. I'll get rid of that. Yeah, but managed to break in to Richie Sunak's house, not onto it, into the grounds of his home, and climb it, scale this building, and then drape it with all these drapes. Yeah, oily black, they say. Oily black fabric to drive home the dangerous consequences of new drilling frenzies. You'll get all the usual people in defence of Richie Sunak they'll be saying things, oh, look at them, they're hypocrites, because, they got clothes that use CO2 gas to produce it. They should make their clothes out of hemp or something like that. You know, it's kind of what they do, isn't it? You know, they're quite frankly, they're a bunch of
Kipper
that they are. Well, it frustrates the hell out of me. It does. I got my headphones in today because I haven't put my audio levels because the my soundboard, and since I've moved it, and I need to set all my sounds again. Oh, it takes ages. So the best way to do it is do it as I go along, I suppose. So where is Richie Sunak? Well, he's in California on holiday. I wonder what's California. Is it because this is where the school is that Shatty went to, and Richie Soonx decided to give that school 300 million quid? Yeah, and no help for schools in the UK. No, they can, they can do one. They can, but a school in California will get 300 million or 3 million. No, 3 million ones. That's it. Something like that. Crazy amount of money anyway. So, as it stands, they're on the roof. So here we go. I've got here live here. This is live on Yorkshire Live. Yeah, that's where his house is, you see. So Greenpeace activists at Richie Sunak's mansion house. It's not going to be a short one. This is so. Ben Riddens has just said. Let's see if we get the chat up on there as well. That's funny. Let's bring it out. Let's bring the chat out. On that. There we go. Hello and welcome. Oh, there you go. Stop that one. Pop the chat. Pop the chat out. And what we'll do is I'll put that in a window so you can see it. That'll be the plan. So on, or is it on? No. Pop out. Who is it? Isn't that one, is it? That must be that one. Nope, it's not that one. Oh, I know. Let's cancel that. I've got to restart that. Let's try again. Ah, there we go. There you go. Okie dokie. And let's make it bigger. Oh, it's bigger now. Yeah. So Greenpeace have taken Jacob Rees-Mogg's Victorian cloak to wee Sunak's house. But don't worry.
They're now British fish, and they're better and happier fish for it.
Of course they are. Maybe a little bit.
They're now British fish, and they're better and happier fish for it.
Oh, it's just these people are painful. A little bit loud. There you go. So his private home should be off limits for protests. Having said that, the UK security were asleep at the helm. Now, in the United States, they're watching this at the moment, and they're passing comment. They're saying that how the hell can this actually happen? So you got a good point there. That should be off limits. But Sodom, I'm sorry, if he's going to be that lapsed with security. Even I put an IP camera up on my property if we go anywhere, so we get alerts if anyone comes on the property. We know when the postman comes and stuff like that, or post lady. In fact, yeah. And it's even we do that by IP. Why the hell hasn't he done something like that? Why hasn't he employed some security services to look after that house? We're not talking about a little semi-detached somewhere. We're talking about a great mansion. It's worth millions, tens of millions of pounds. If old Alexander Boris de Pfeffel Johnson's house is worth 8 million, that place with its giant Olympic-sized swimming pool, it's probably worth 15, 20 million or something crazy amount of money. You know, what about all the assets inside? Of course you could have some sort of security. So either the doors were opened for Greenpeace to do this, or they'd lapse. Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's place. You're not going to try and tell me that didn't have any security and still hasn't got any security. Of course it's got security. Why hasn't Richie Sunak? He's the Prime Minister, for God's sake. If anything, Greenpeace has just done a public service. Even if you don't agree with the protest, they've done a public service because, it's just exposed the vulnerability of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. This is just nuts. Well, I know people aren't going to agree with me on that one, but I say Sodom. I say Sodom. I think the cause is worth more than that, because the cause is not just for people in the United Kingdom, it's for the whole blooming planet and all creatures great and small, and we should all be taking a harder stance on this. Because if we don't, we're done for anyway, to be honest. And quite frankly, we're probably done for anyway. Oh, the end is nigh. The end is nigh. Well, Joel says, hello, Joel. Hope you well. In my lunch break now. Hello there, Marcus. Hello, all in the chat. Hello, you. And G Bottle. Mar-a-Lago is open to anyone who pays to get in. Yeah. Who pays to get in? Lovely. I'm not going to pay. No, hang on, that's in the wrong place. Need to smooth that up. There we go. That's better. That's better. There we go. So the police cordon was in place at Richie Sunak's home in North Yorkshire on Thursday, and the BBC pic shows one PC and a van. Is that it? He's the flipping Prime Minister. I know he's not in the country at the moment, but he's the Prime Minister of the country. Oh, he ain't gonna be very happy. Can you imagine? The Shatamurti. Can you imagine that? They are gonna be kicking off shears. Oh my God, he's not gonna be getting any. No. Not even with those big boots. No. Well, that's not the only thing that's been going on, though. It's not just about the fact that his house has been, how to put it, invaded. Richie Sunak has also been up to no good as well of late. Yeah. He's been a very naughty boy, so it seems. Now, there is an investigation. Yeah, there it is. Oh dear. Sunak's been investigated about flippin' time over a declaration of interests. This isn't even all of it, is it? Let's be honest. No. This is just, let's make sure. Let's move that up a bit. As you probably tell, I'm winging it because this just came in, so I thought I'd just do. There you go. There you go. That's a bit better. So it says here, Sunak investigated a declaration of interest. That's clearly in the BBC, I reckon. The Prime Minister, Richie Sunak, is being investigated by Parliament Standards Watchdog over a possible failure to declare an interest. Now, Mr. Sunak has been investigated over whether a declaration of interest was open and frank. Under the rules set out by the Commissioner for Standards, and the BBC understands that the probe relates to a childcare firm that his wife has shares in. What about the fact that he's got COVID and what have you? He had shares in Moderna for £500 million worth of shares. Isn't that a conflict of interest? But the Commissioner decides whether the MP has broken the rules of the inquiry. Well, what a joke, quite frankly. Because it isn't just that, is it? It's everything else. Anyway, this is the breaking news that was on Sky. There you are. Oh, God, I can't stand this person. No. But I'm going to play it anyway.
Now, let's just bring you a little bit of breaking news that we're getting to us this morning. Greenpeace say that they have staged a protest on the home of Rishi Sunak, on his private home in Yorkshire. They say that they have, as you can see from these images, got on the roof of his house in Yorkshire to protest at his backing for a major expansion of North Sea oil and gas drilling. This is amid a summer of escalating climate impacts. They say they have covered the whole side of the building with oil black fabric and unveiled a banner. Mr. Sunak is not at home. We understand he's on his holidays in America.
California.
Now let's just...
Sorry. Oh, just so you know, in case you haven't watched my video that I uploaded, just before this going live, which is probably a mistake to do that, but yeah, they kicked the can down the road again regarding the checks, the phytosanitary checks. So that can's been kicked down the road yet again. So yeah, you can welcome some more salmonella infected chicken from Poland, probably. Because we've already had a load, you see, because they look at the UK now as a soft touch, and so we can send you any old shit, pretty much. Literally, probably. Actually, you got your own and rivers and seas. It's everywhere. And, well, organisations have decided that they can't put events on in the sea either because it's full of poo. Yeah, can't remember which one it was now, but yeah, it is the fact. So, yeah, they're kicking the can down the road again. It was announced, not announced, but Financial Times got hit a whiff of it. There was chatter. And now it appears to be true. That they've decided to kick the can down the road again. So what's happening now is in the United Kingdom, we've got... it's not just the fact we've got food coming into the United Kingdom that's not checked, which means obviously it's not just food, is it? You've also got potential parasites, potential viruses or anything could be coming in on the muddy of the tyres of the tractors. Yeah, that kind of thing. So it's... Is it me, or have we become a rule taker? Feels like it, doesn't it? And the thing that the Brexiters just said, oh, we'll be a rule taker. Yeah, I've been a rule taker. Exactly what's happening. Like the CE mark. Yeah, the UK CA mark, which is going to be the new CE mark, safety certificate for goods coming into the to be sold in the United Kingdom. Well, they decided that ain't going to work, so they're going to keep with the CE mark. Yet we have got no testing facilities in the UK, and the European Union pulled any testing facilities away from the United Kingdom anyway, because it's got to be done in an EU member state. So what's going to happen now is we're going to offshore all our testing. So there'll be more money being spent abroad to do all this testing on new products. Oh, God. When are they going to wake up? At what point will Richie Sunak say, sorry, folks, Brexit is a disaster. It hasn't panned out the way that we hoped it would, so we're going to revert Brexit. Or maybe at least try. I can't say it happens, but there you go. Can't say that. Why would they want us back after all this squip we've caused? So anyway, back into the chat. Oh, there's the chat. Where is it? There it is. I don't bubble scroll down. The UK CA mark. No, say it ain't so. That's been replaced. Yeah. Well, that's been replaced. It's because we could be the UK CA mark. And yeah, sovereignty. I heard Gammon say sovereignty. Oh, I just want my sovereignty. Well, so yeah, Joel, the UK CA mark is not going to be a thing. No. They can have it still, I suppose, alongside the CE mark, but they made diddly squat. And besides, every other country recognised the CE mark and not the UK CA mark. So who the hell are we going to sell to? Especially that we can't get the stuff tested in the UK. You're going to have to do it abroad, in the EU. Okay. Mello says, all shorts, the UK water is so bad. Oh, my mate cars run with a hint of petrol. And UK water? Well, maybe. Well, there are so many cans kicked down the road. Oh my God, this is the 5th time it's been kicked down the road for exports. The 5th time. Like, get it on. It's nearly as many. Well, been on for as many times as the interest rates have gone up. Oh yeah, they've been announced today. There's now 5.25% base rate for the interest in the United Kingdom. And obviously the effect of that, it will have effect, but it's long and drawn out. Oh dear. Do me. Well, and Suzanne DeWitt says, oh, his UK home is empty, and he's in California. There's a federal list of those that renounce citizenship and green cards. Haven't seen him on there. Oh, Suzanne, that's interesting. Have you got a link for that you could send me, Suzanne? Because that's really interesting, because he said that they renounced it. Him and Shatamurti. Oh. Talk about corrupt. That man is worse than Boris Johnson. Seriously. Boris Johnson, you knew what you got. You knew he was a scoundrel. You could see, well, everything came out of his mouth was basically a lie. Richie Sunak is just a slimy old git. Now, I've been saying this for God knows how long. In fact, I was going to do videos about this right at the beginning of my channel, and I was warned don't do that. They're powerful, that family. They're powerful. There's so much information about them now out there. It's already public knowledge, yet nobody seems to be listening. You know, it's quite easy to keep within the rules anyway. Yeah. Oh, dear. That's interesting, that is. So Richie Sunak has not, or does not look like he's renounced his green card or citizenship in the United States. Ooh. Yep, so many cans kicked down the road. Have you been on since 20, 30 hours? What? No. I came on Did it say 20, 30 hours? Oh, crikey, I better put in the title in it. Yeah. Shall I edit that? I think I'll just edit that. That's because I just did it quickly, you see. I wasn't thinking straight, so... let's... Oh, I'll delete that now, can't really, because I'm live already now. Don't really need it on there. I'll just delete it. That's it. Safe. Yeah, cheers for that, Alistair. No, I have not. Although, I'm not saying I wouldn't. My longest stream was about seven hours, I think it was. Yeah. Didn't feel like 7 hours, but crikey, 7 hours. That's a long time, isn't it? Yapping at that microphone constantly. Oh, did you see Wally? Yeah, Wally's in the background. There he is. Oh, sleepy little dog he is. Yeah. So, well done, Greenpeace, says Loki's children. I agree. I know a lot of people agree that, you know, if it's kids with there, stuff like that, they are going to feel a bit violated. To be honest, they will feel violated by this. Personally violated, because it's their home. Which... But not be funny when you're Prime Minister, your personal life really is fair game, to be honest. You don't take on that job without accepting that. You have to accept it. So, Moonlight Mirage... Hi, Moonlight Mirage Productions. Hope you're well. The police called and just one... I can't believe it. Just one PC van. One PC and a van. That's nuts. Oh. Yeah, my Grace could do a Kumon. I've got my little granddaughter. She's going to do her homework. Hello, you. You going to do your homework? Okay. Slave drivers right now, I'll tell you. Oh. We'll do it again later. But the other day, we did a live stream. My little Grace was on the live stream with me. Went to my darling, and somebody did a super chat for to get a book about flags. What came in the post yesterday?
So,
A book about
maps.
Flags.
I mean flags.
Flags, yeah. So you got that's the blue page. There's lots of flags in there. You see, different countries, and it's surprising which ones you know, isn't it? Already, Canada.
Canada.
Oh, yeah. Do your homework.
Yes.
We'll do a special live stream or something later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do your coupon. Good girl. They said hello, Gracie. They're saying. No, she's not. You are a good girl. She had a sleepover. She did, yeah, didn't you, girl? Had a sleepover. Let's just make it a bit. Oh, hang on. A sharpness on. Is that better? That's a bit better. The light was a bit washed out. It's a beautiful face, you see. Oh, yeah. Anyway, there we go. Slave drivers, Bob Marley. Oh, did you see where Bob Marley? No, I've got Jimi Hendrix over there. I've got loads of Bob Marley as well. You can chat if you can help. Out crowdfunding new mic. Sorry, what was it? Alice, some care. Can you explain? Because I don't know what that's about. I know Political X. Chat if you can help out Political X crowdfunding for a new microphone. Oh, okay. Well, I know Political X obviously. He's often goes on with the Sunday brunch thing with Max Spare. And he needs a new mic, do he? Blimey. Tell you what, he needs editing skills. That's what he needs. Oh my god. Yeah. I did a live stream with them, and it was so pixelated when you edited it. That's through processing pixelation, not through streaming pixelation. It was, yeah. It was quite poor. Sorry, Political Access if you're watching, but yeah, I could help if you want help with that. And I'm not brilliant by no means, but I do, yeah, I do understand. So anyway, there we go. So Mike needs a new microphone. What sort of microphone does he want to get? Depends how he's using it, doesn't it? If he's using it for, see this one here, this is a USB mic. This is a really good microphone. Need a good microphone for my flipping voice. Because it's so weird. I have a weird voice, you see. And this is a Samsung Track Pro, I think it is. It's a very good USB microphone. But yeah. All shorts. Has there been any news on Orkney Islands trying to become a part of the UK? Well, I did a video about that before, or was it a stream? And I don't know if there's any updates on that. Apart from the Royal Mail is using drones to deliver mail on the Orkney Islands, so that's quite cool, actually. To be fair, there's no more chatter about that at the moment, not online anyway. I'll have to. I'll ask. I'll see if I can find out for you. Okay. Oh, cheers, Susan. Excellent. Thank you very much. Oh, maybe it's might be worth having a look. I got it, Suzanne. The Federal Register of Documents. I'll have to do a search for that one. I'll look at that close detail and get some snippets out of that. Thanks for that. Excellent. So, oh god. Anyway, Richie Sunak, the criminal. So the Greenpeace activists, they climbed up onto the roof at the Prime Minister's and Richmond MP, Richie Sunnak's Yorkshire mansion. The demonstration is in defiance of new oil and gas drilling, and the protesters have stationed themselves on top of the large building in Kirby Sigdon, which they've draped in black canvas. A couple of activists held up a banner saying Richie Sunak, oil profits or our future, in front of the mansion, while 4 activists were pictured on the roof. The Greenpeace tweeted, I really love Greenpeace, I think they're brilliant. Climbers are on the roof of Richie Sunak's mansion, draping it in 200 metres of oily black fabric to drive home the dangerous consequences of new drilling frenzy. Whilst we're on his roof, you can tweet him at now at Stop Roose Bank and commit no to no new oil. So New Yorkshire Police issued the statement. It said, "We're responding to reports of protest activity at the property in Kirby Sixton, near North Allerton. Our officers are at the scene and managing the situation. We'll provide a further update in due course." Basically, they're doing nothing really, they just stand there watching. So what can they're not causing any damage. They're trespassing, obviously. At some point, they're going to have to come down. Maybe they'll be there until he gets back. There'll be Richie Sunak standing outside there. Maybe we'll borrow Mr. Brexit's megaphone. Yeah, see Bray's megaphone. Shout at him. Oh, they can't do that because it's a device and it'd be considered a protest or something. Anyway, so disrupting the public. Well, this comes after the PM announced more oil and gas exploration in the North Sea, with 100 new drilling licenses to be expected to be approved in the coming months. And Sunak is currently away on holiday in California with his family. He's probably getting all angry. He probably is. He's probably glad he's away, actually, because the missus must be going flippin' loopy. I bet she's gone by the short and curlies a bit. I won't be a bit surprised if you can find them. Well, at number 10, source told Yorkshire Live's sister site, The Mirror, the police are in attendance, and we make no apology for taking the right approach to ensure the energy security. Using the resources we have here at home, we have never relied on aggressors like... Oh, crikey. So basically what they're saying is that his response, or an official's response, that, well, if we don't use the oil here, we're going to have to import it. Well, okay, there might be an element of truth in that, but let's move away from oil altogether, shall we? Yeah, let's move away from fossil fuels, because it's not good for our children's futures. It's not. No. So. No, back onto R. Chat back up. Back into the chat. Like I said, this is going to be a short one, so. I've probably damaged my video now, haven't I? Has it damaged it? Oh, that's doing okay. Oh, sort of. No, not brilliantly. That's right. Yeah, that's a bit. Oh, that's okay. So yeah, security issues for a start. You know, that's the thing that really gets me is just that how the hell could this be allowed to happen to the Prime Minister's house? He's the flipping Prime Minister of the country. What's that say about the security of the country? Huh? So, Joel says that Sunak looks like Baldrick without a black adder. Yeah, I'd probably go along with that. He certainly looks like something. Well, Mellow, just a Shure microphone works very well. Costs about £50. Yeah, that depends on what you're connecting it to. Because if you're talking about the Shure SM58 or the 57, which is quite often used for bands and what have you, they're very good microphones, but they're not really suited for podcasting. To be fair, they're not. No, they're not ideal for that. And also, you'd be to use the XLR. To connect and what have you. It depends how he's recording his videos. If he's recording his videos via a phone, he's going to obviously have to use some kind of adapter these days. But also, if he's via his computer, he might be looking for a USB microphone. It might sound silly, but USB microphones seem to work better than analog microphones plugged directly into a computer. The problem with computers and PCs especially, and Macs, is that the sound cards on them are getting interference from the onboard electronics, and shitty sound. So it's best to have the sound card outside of the PC. And if you have a USB mic, that's effectively what you're doing, because the sound card, effectively what you do is just converting audio into digital, which makes that microphone is basically a sound card. And this one here, this microphone, this one here has two channels in it. Obviously, stereo and stuff like that, but also you've got a second input. So I can attach a guitar to this if I want to. It's actually a sound card. It comes up as a sound card in the audio devices. So these are very good. These are very good, but very heavy. Hence, I have to have this chunky old stand to put it on. Otherwise, it'd just be nearly 2 kilos. With the proper full stands, 2 kilos. On its own, it's about 1,500. So quite a heavy old microphone. Was it 15? No, it's 1,500 and about 1,000 just for. I can't remember now. It's over a kilo anyway. Oh, back into the chat. Okay. Very bleak house in a very bleak country. In a very bleak world, Dickens would be at home in the 21st century. Prison hulks in our ports, food banks all over the land. Let's the bodies pile high. Yeah, it's pretty much it's dystopian, isn't it? The whole thing is dystopian, and if we don't, the way we're heading, it's such denial. We don't want our lives disrupted. We don't want to make changes in our lives either because it costs us money, or we've got to do something different, and it's very short-sighted. Very short-sighted indeed. Peeing down rain outside, and it's been drizzly rain for a few days now, and last week, and we never get that in August. Normally it's flipping dry as a bone, and the weather's been really odd, really odd. We are in quite a temperate climate here because we've got the Alps on one side, the Pyrenees on the other, and yeah. Right, so news: blackout. Richie's family houses involvement in making profits via gas and oil. Well, that'll be funny, but that's how he's paid for that flipping place, isn't it? His wife gets over 15, between 15 and 16 million a year in dividends. It's going to be more now because they just signed that 1.5 billion contract with that company has. So, and that company was operating in Russia. They said that they've stopped operating in Russia, but have they? Just like those green cards that Suzanne mentioned earlier, have they? They tell us one thing and don't actually do it. Because along comes the next dead cat, they were more interested in the most recent dead cat than the last dead cat, the one before that, or the one before that. Bent as a 9-bob note, I would say. Moonlight Mirage Productions, 2150 AD. That's a very long handle. All shorts. UK needs to bring back 1300s impeachment law. Yes, please. Just reading that it's still legal and the books. Oh, and on the books in the UK, and was almost used against Bojo for shutting down Parliament in 2019. Impeach Sunak. I'm telling you, he's worse than Bojo. Bojo's flip away. No, he was a kipper. We do that much for start,
Kipper.
yeah. But crikey, Sunak. I think he's probably the worst one. He's worse than, I didn't know, the likes of Michael Fabricant and his hair. Oh, my camera's just gone doolally. Oh, should I have a look at that? I better have a look at that. I've just gone doolally. I've frozen in time, I have. Let's deactivate the camera. And reactivate the camera. I'm back again. My camera froze. Heavy lifting and all that, you see. It's quite a good little camera on there. If you do need a webcam, the two that I use, I've got a Logitech Stream Cam, which is actually looking at the ceiling at the moment. And, I don't know why, but I just push it out of the way so it's not looking at me, just in case someone's hacking me. Yes, you got to be careful these days, you know. And then this one, which is a face cam, the one I'm using at the moment, is a Elgato face cam. The Elgato face cam is a bit more pricey. But both of them are 4K, both potentially 4K cameras, and you know, but they do require a good USB 3.1 really to operate. Otherwise, they go doolally. But they're hungry cameras. You're streaming, you know, they're streaming at 1080p at the moment. I don't know what the image looks like for you. I think it's okay. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, it's not too bad. It doesn't do a bad job. The Elgato face camera that I'm using here is a fixed focus camera. It doesn't focus, so basically it's front to back, pretty much every scene. So you can't do any bokeh with it. Whereas the other one, well, I mean bokeh, the background's out of focus. Whereas the stream cam, which is, like I say, it's gone all wonky. It's not meant to be like that. But anyway, the stream cam is that does focus and it also tracks as well, which is quite good. But anyway, that's just techie stuff. So, I do find this, yeah, funny. But I do get if it's Joe Blogs, I'd say, yeah, crikey, you can't do that. That's just wrong. You know, if it was like workers and stuff like that, unless it's people who work in Huntington Life Sciences, and that, well, you know, as far as I'm concerned, you can protest and cover their houses in black cloth if you like, because they're murderous bastards. But there you go. So you know, animal testing, because you know that's happening again, don't you? Just to let you know, no one's talking about this because no one wants to talk about it. But the reality is that because of other problems, and that we have to try and export stuff, and to do so we have to get stuff tested. Actually, it doesn't work anyway because it doesn't work that way. It's the same as UKCA and the CE mark. Stuff has to export into the EU, have to be tested in the EU. But in the UK, they have actually restarted testing in the UK for the UK market. One of that can's going to be kicked down the road again. It's pretty much the same, similar problems to the UKCA mark. So nobody recognises it, you see. It'll be the UK reach instead of the EU reach. But they've already started testing on animals, which is horrendous. And that would be like, was it in Cambridge? Is it Huntington Life Sciences? I don't remember all the protests before, years ago. And it was actually the I think it was in 1998 under Tony Blair. I think it's 98. Anyway, Tony Blair's government, was it 98 or 2008? Oh, anyway, Tony Blair's government decided to put pressure on the EU for animal rights, and the EU followed. It already is. It's been removed from the United Kingdom, yet it carries on in the EU. You know, animal rights, sentient beings, and that, you say, their feelings. Yeah. If anyone tells me my little Wally doesn't have any feelings, well, there's something wrong. Yeah. Do you have feelings as well? You do? Oh. Have I distracted you from your Cumon? How are you getting on? You good?
Yes.
Oh, good. She does this every single day. She does. It's an additional thing she does. It's not school. It's called Kumon, Kumon, and my daughter pays for you, don't she? You know, mummy pays for you, and don't she? To the Kumon. Tochi's not quite so interested though, but Grace is really good, aren't you? Yeah, you've got a big brain, haven't you? Yes. I missed her last night. She done a sleepover, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you play? Yeah. Grace, would you think it's funny if the Prime Minister, you know, the person who he's like he runs the country, sort of. Yeah, he's like our ruler. You go, hail Richie Sunak, our ruler. No? And would you think it's funny that people who believe in the environment have covered his house in fabric? Literally. They've literally covered it all in fabric. You can't see the house. That's funny. Oh, okay. It looks like this, Grace. I'll find it for you. Scroll down. Is it gone? Here it is. Here it comes. Yeah, look, like that. That's his house. He's got a big mansion, bigger than this house, and it's all covered all in black fabric. Do you know where they've done that?
No.
So people like you, little children like you, have a better future.
Oh.
It's called a protest.
Oh.
Are you going to be a protester?
I think so.
You think so? Will you be a protester for all things green and lovely?
I don't know.
You don't know. What will you protest for? Animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, animals. That's kind of what they're doing.
Oh.
That's Greenpeace. Greenpeace does protests. They like to save the whales and the dolphins and the penguins. Yeah, the penguins. She wants to be a penguinologist, by the way, don't you? Can you say penguinologist?
Penguinologist.
See? She's been practicing. You've been practicing your penguinologist?
No.
No?
I was just saying it.
You're just saying that.
I was saying it a lot.
She's been saying it a lot, she has. Because you want to be a penguinologist. Is there a university degree for that? To be a penguinologist? I've got to do Kumon. Go on, you do Kumon then. Did I distract you? I'm sorry. She come in there not to be distracted. That's why she comes in next to the others. Distract her. She's precious, that she is. Oh, me precious. Well, I've lost my chat. Where's my chat gone? Oh, my giddy aunt. Oh, there it is. So, impeach them all. That we should. That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, it looks like Trump could be going to jail with a bit of luck. Yeah, he's now been charged. God, you know about... Oh, crikey. Indictments. I think there's about 78 of them now. You've got a whole load more chucked at him. Power to the people, says Genie Balls. Hey, take care. I'm clocking off in a second as well. Sure, Mike's work, but you need props to make it work better. See, we used to use the old Shure SM58s when I had the old radio station years ago. But there are better mics there now. Yeah, the Shure SM58 is a good old classic mic. Them in the 57. They do really nice USB mic as well. Sure, brilliant microphones. UK needs to recognize impeachment law. Oh, Marx has, and Alistair Care needs my soundboard as well. Yeah, he's been adding his sounds in after in post. So yeah, when he does the video and puts it together, he's adding the sounds after. It doesn't quite work. I don't think so. But they gotta make sense. Yeah, and you can overdo it as well. If they're random, it doesn't make a lot of sense to. Sometimes I press the wrong buttons. It's a bit hard at them because all the buttons are all mixed up at the minute. But I've got my soundboard down how in front. I should probably show you actually. I'll bring this down hard. Whoa. Someone. Let's just. This is a bit off track, isn't it? But there you go. But it's only going to be a quickie anyway. So that is that camera there. Let's turn that one off for a second. Why is that the wrong way round? That's silly, isn't it? Hey? drag it over. So to the there you go. So that's the soundboard I'm using. It's an APC Mini soundboard. That's the light's a bit shitty at the moment because I got the bit over bleaching out. So that's the soundboard I'm using, which is the OPC Mini by a K, and it runs with a piece of software called Live. You might have heard Live. There you go. This bit of software here. Well, you can't really see it. It's too dark, too bright, so it's a bit overexposed. But anyway, this piece of software here that I use, and you basically upload all your sounds, and they correspond to the soundboard. So everyone in here corresponds to one of these, such as, I don't know,
pork markets.
Thanks for that. So, soundboard, you can adjust all your volumes here, but also on here, on the actual software. It's best to do it on the software than just have all these up full. But at the moment, I need to go through the whole lot because I've moved all this from the other computer. So it's all a bit aspect face at the moment. Normally I have this here, which is my drawing board. It's a basic pen pad. Oh my god, it's dusty. Look how dusty that is. Crikey. For that. That's a bit odd because I normally get that. Crikey, where did that all come from? Oh, I feel so dirty now. The cat. Oh, crikey. So, and then I've got another monitor which is literally there as well. Because you need all your screens up because they're like refreshers to, you know, like having bullet points. If it makes any sense. Anyway, let's get back onto there. And I'm going to call it in a moment. Anyway. So, I'll tell you what it could do be quite cool. If I had the camera set up like this sort of thing, one like that one, and then the other one like that, and then occasionally I could swap between the two, couldn't you? Do it automatically. There we go. I'll tell you something, we've got a hell of a fly situation at the moment. Have we got lots of flies at the minute? Yeah. But annoying. They're little buzzy, they jump on you. And I don't like using things like that. We've got a swatter as well. Where's my swatter gone? Who stole my swatter? I got an electric bat thing. You go bzz. Electrocute the flies. Now I love all creatures great and small, but I don't like flies. No, because they're horrible little crits that they are. So back into the chat. Then I'm going to. Oh, I said after. Okay, so hello, Madmonk33. Good afternoon, peeps. And what if the notification for no notification for this? Probably because I just uploaded the video as well. I hope the job's going well, mate. Because you didn't work nights, aren't you, my friend? Ali P does. Hope you're well. Good afternoon, all. Yeah, I was going to do a quickie because Richie Sunak's house just got covered in case you haven't noticed. If you just woke up, Richie Sunak's house. There's been a few developments actually, so I'll just quickly go over it again. I'm a bit of a mess here. So Richie Sunak's house got covered in fabric by Greenpeace protesters while Richie Sunak is in California. I don't know if you remember yesterday he announced on his well, he's been interviewed by Nick Ferrari saying we're now off on holiday. Yeah, tell the world that you're not going to be in your house. So the Greenpeace side of the make the most of that, and something that they've been planning for some while, probably because they're obviously meant to get stuff printed up. And there they are, covering his house with black fabric, and all on the roof of Richie Sunak's house. The thing is, the security element of it. This is what gets me: is he's the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, and yet he can't even sort out his own security. How the hell do you expect him to sort out the world, the planet, the country's security? You know, for the United Kingdom. Well, it's not country, it's group countries, blah blah blah. So the protesters, Greenpeace activists have climbed up onto the roof of the Prime Minister's house in Richmond, in North Yorkshire, and activists are there to protest against Richie Sunak's recent announcement of plans to max out oil and gas extraction in the North Sea. So they draped the house in oily black fabric before holding signs both in front and on the roof of the house, telling he's been a very naughty boy. Also, the other developments, if you didn't already know, Madbank33, is that the can's been kicked down the road regarding the checks on imported foodstuffs in the UK. I'm a bit sad about that one because that would have been a bit. I've been paying that for you guys, but it'd been quite interesting. It'd be a popcorn moment. That would have been a popcorn moment. But anyway, they decided that this is going to be inflationary. I did upload a video about that a minute ago, but yeah, apparently it'll be inflationary. So it's So when's it going to happen? Got a doubt it'll ever happen now, to be honest. It's the fifth time. The fifth time they've done that. Yeah, and also Richie Sunak's being investigated now again. So yeah, regarding what was it again? Remember a minute. Oh, what was it for again? I can't remember. Back on. There we go. He was being investigated. Oh, no, I can't find it now. Just jumped right down. Anyway, it's basically corruption. You know. Man should be locked up at women. Well, once it's become evident after the PPE contracts and what have you. Don't forget his missus got a shitload of money from the PPE loans for a company that went bankrupt, but was already on the verge of. Well, it's pretty much been propped up already. That's why he's got this money. He wasn't really entitled to it. He shouldn't be getting money out to a failing company. It went bankrupt for 15 million quid. You know? So there's no hope that the UK was ever going to get its loan money back. They're profiteering, basically. They're profiteering out of the exchequer. Taxpayers' money. And there he is telling us about inflation. It's all about inflation, you see. Let's blame everything on inflation, not the fact that Brexit causing it. Well. Oh, dear. Oh, here we go. There they are. They're on the roof of his house. That they are. Some people are going to say about violation. It's his home. You can't do that. Well, I say sod him. Yeah. Blimey. What a house. Parody Richie Sunak. Obviously, it's not Richie Sunak. Obviously, it's a parody. Having a lovely holiday in California. I'll just check in on what's happening back in the. Oh, hey, that's my fucking house. It does make me tickle. I do apologise. It's my childish side coming out. But he deserves everything he gets because things that this government's been doing, which he is the Prime Minister of, is buggering up the future for our children. That is. Yeah. So Sodom. Sorry. What the hell? What? Am I just saying things here? What the hell's this? So the Faroe Islands should be thrown out of the international sporting competitions, and Britain should suspend its 2.3 billion trade deal with the Faroe government until the barbaric mass slaughter of whales and dolphins ends. I didn't even realise this was going on. History of the Faroe Islands. History of officially the first team from the nation to qualify for a group stage at the European competition. Town of just a population of 5,000 people. Huge achievement. Blah, blah, blah. Yet they're what the hell? Bastards. Sorry. Not a very good note to end on, is it? No. What an ass. So, we all know that Richie Sunak is also profiteering from a recent deal, 1.5 billion with Emphasis and BP. End of the day, they get dividends for this stuff. So, if you haven't been keeping the ear to the ground, this is just nuts. It's just, why do we put up with it? And the amount of money is getting wasted. Look at the Bibby Stockholm. It's just going to be like a monument. It's like an iron monument. They can't get it checked. Well, they've had it checked by the authorities to be, the like fire department, what have you? Because you have to get a fire safety certificate. Even I had to do that with my barns when I had my barns in Sallows. We had the firemen come along, and you had to sit. Yeah, okay, you got your fire extinguishers and fire exits and stuff like that. But how the hell
The fire brigade.
do you actually get off this building? Or build off this thing? Let's show you off that. How the hell do you get off that? Where? You know what I mean? That's a side. It's going to have a couple of doors and what have you, and a couple of little ladder thingies coming off. But you've got 500 people all at once, and they get off this flipping barge all at once because of fire. That's a tinderbox. That's what it is. That'd be a Grenfell Mark II. Hey, what did he say?
Are you concerned about fears of fire safety on the Bibby Stockholm? You'll hear that the Fire Brigades Union has called the government's approach to fire safety on these migrant barges, quotes, reckless.
All migrant accommodation has to go through a series of checks and inspections to make sure it complies with regulations. That's what's happening in this case.
Are you concerned about...
No, he's not concerned. I think it's a bit of a shocking, quite frankly, but there you go. Don't really expect much else out of this government, do you? Awful, awful people. Oh, just seen the one about border checks, have you? I see my video before. Oh, you did comment on it. I'll have a look at me. I do read the comments, just so you know. I do. I can't always reply because there's just so many sometimes. Oh, gingers. Hello, gingers. I'm looking forward to you coming to stay. It's going to be good. The Work and Pensions Secretary has suggested that over 50s should break free from the age-related job stereotypes and embrace a wider range of career opportunities like delivering takeaways on your bike. Yeah, I don't blame you. God's sake, what the hell? I take it you heard that Dowden whining about the protest. Yeah, I did hear about that. This is... Oh, crikey. The cheese sniffer. Huh? I'm laughing at you because you're silly. Yeah. She's saying, why are you laughing? I'm laughing at myself because I look silly. Wouldn't you laugh at yourself if you looked silly? You wouldn't? She says no. Why not? You just won't. Oh, the innocents. That's what they are. They're the innocents. They expect us to look after them, and we're cocking up. Oh, okay, we're down. Those companies are set up to fail. Helps to the tax write-offs. Yes. Oh my God, a lot. Raining again. I was going to take you somewhere as well. Did you see the story about the dump of the dead scampi and fish off the coast of Scotland from the sea? Oh, no, I didn't see that. That's interesting. I'll have a look into that one. Our Prime Minister is doing insider trading. Yes. I'm sure that's illegal. It is, but they get away with it every time. It's just, they'll say, oh, it's my wife's business. It's my wife's business. Hello, you. She got a new book about flags. Yeah, didn't you?
Yeah.
You got a new flag book. We'll do a video about that later, won't we, darling? Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I the best grandpa?
Yeah.
Am I a bad grandpa?
No.
I'm not. I'm glad about that. Yeah, anyway, I won't get to that because she's too young. Hmm? You're too young.
In between. Stop.
Stop. She lost a tooth while she's here. And did the tooth fairy come, or
The tooth mouse.
the tooth mouse? They have a mouse here in France. Tooth. Hmm? What do they do with the tooth, do you think, when they take your tooth away and leave you money?
They take the tooth,
Yeah.
then the mouse gives it to the fairy, and then fairy makes castles with the tooth.
Oh, so the mouse collects the tooth and then gives it to the tooth fairy.
Yeah, and then the tooth fairy
Oh.
makes a castle for it for other fairies.
Oh, so it builds a castle for the other fairies.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I might have to go pull my teeth out. No?
Yeah, maybe.
You gotta finish your goo, man. Go on, baby, go. He's hoping that some patriotic will come along and firebomb those barges. I won't be surprised. I won't put anything past them. But don't worry. They should have some common sense. Or something like that. I wonder who said that. Okay. Was it...
I think it's rather uplifting.
Something to do with him? I think so. What was the volume on that one like? Let's have a listen. I couldn't hear it very well. What did he say? Uplifting. What's up?
I think it's rather uplifting.
Where's the audios? Okay.
I think it's rather
Oh,
uplifting.
that's okay. It's just in the green. Maybe a little bit. Okay. Okay. Anyway, where was it? Chat. I was going to kick off the man actually. Hi, Grace. Hope Granny and Grandpa are keeping you engaged in fun stuff. She's constantly doing stuff. She's done lots of stuff. And we're going to take her to Montreal Sonar later. I was hoping to do it today, but it's pouring down rain now.
Yeah.
So after another day, wouldn't it? And you know, we went the other day, and we went where all the big rocks were. You were climbing all over the rocks. And we want to take Toshi there, don't we, as well? Nana.
Yeah, because she's a really good climber.
She's a really good climber. She is. She's flipping out. I'm not kidding. She's like Spider-Man. She is. She is, isn't she?
I'm a ghost spider.
You're a ghost spider.
I
You'd fit in a suit, would you? Okay. The 62% voted no Brexit got ignored. Yes. Don't put the volume up too loud. I've got the earbuds. Oh dear. I do apologize. I've got to go through all the audio levels on here because I've got 64 of them to do. And it takes a little while to go through them all. So I have to set them on the software, you see. I can do them on the soundboard itself, but then it just confuses them out. It's best to have them all set correctly individually on their own right. So this is Ableton Live Studio, which is the software that I'm using. The stupid thing is, you buy the software, it's like 300 quid, but if you buy the soundboard, you get the software free. There. So it's open some patriotic toaster. Yep, most definitely. Anyway, I think it's time for me to go because it was only going to be a short one, and we've done an hour. Hey, it's an hour. Yeah, that's a Marcus half hour.
Bye.
You're going to say ta-ta then?
Ta-ta.
You're going to say ta-ta, okay.
Ta-ta.
Should we... Where are we going?
In the
Oh, boy, hasn't he done it yet?
It's full to go because I only done one yesterday because I had to have sleep in.
Oh.
And I had to go really quickly.
We've got to do something for Mad Monk 33. Do this. What? You see this? There you go. Just around. I'll be back to white, so I can't. Spin round, you spin round. I think I got that on loop, didn't I? I got that on loop. Oh dear. Yeah, sure. Got you shocked, it was real, right? Little boy. It's funny. Funny little lad. Anyway. Yeah. Sorry about the Mad Monk. I just had to do it. Sorry. You know how it is. Oh dear. No, says Mad Monk. No, not the dancing spinny kid thingy. Oh. Take care, everyone. Yeah, have a lovely time. Have Grace make her own short. We could do that. Yeah, would you like to do that? Oh, wait, she has actually. We have actually put. Grace, have you seen one? She has put a short on today. Actually, it was last night I put one on. Yeah, she's eating mussels. You like mussels, don't you, Kel?
Yeah.
You like them better than?
Ice cream.
Like them better than ice cream. Yeah, Mills and Fritz. Mills and Fritz. That's she does. Oh, take it. The Chinese baby dance means I've come at the right time at the end. Yeah, it's on the right. Anyway, it's time for us to go. So we're gonna go. Oh, got a coffee now as well. So it's done an hour. It's actually done an hour. That's not. Yeah. She's doing really well. I haven't distracted her at all. No, not at all. Did I? Apparently I did a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it from there, but yeah. Apparently I did a little bit. Anyway, I've got to stop though. Anyway, thanks for joining us. I know it's a little short and what have you, but there probably weren't many people there. Probably the notifications went out, but yeah, it's still a video, isn't it? So it's time to go, and just look at the bright side. Richie Sunak's house is being covered in cloth. While he's on holiday in California, the bastard. God, I can't stand him. I hate him. I really do. I'm sorry. I do. Ta-ta. Oh, what can I leave you with? I've got to put more thingies on there, haven't I? I've got some more to put on there now. I won't talk about Richie Sunak. I'll do that one then. Because it makes sense. Maybe. Ta-ta! Have a lovely day. I didn't press it.
I will unite our country, not with words, but with action. I will work day in and day out to deliver for you. Whoop-de-doo!
Hello, Joe Biden here.
Mr. President, it's Rishi Sunak. How are you?
I forgot I'm still alive. Hello. I'm gonna say ta-ta. No, because the microphone was off. I did that last time. Did you know that? I did that last time. You might know if you're there. Yeah. Oh.